The commissioner, Rob Manfred, went to the White House to meet with the president, Trump.
Now, here we go.
Here we go. Trump tried to bully Manfred about Pete Rose. Trump said, I am going to pardon him. That's okay. If you wish to pardon him from his conviction when he went to prison on income tax evasion for his gambling debts, you can do anything you want. Rose's memory can stand next to the guys January 6th who all got pardons that didn't deserve it. But Manfred came out of that meeting and said, I run baseball. Pete Rose is not going to be reinstated. He's not going to be put on the Hall of Fame eligibility list. In essence, Manfred said, the White House has no control over Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame ballot, or what comes out of the commissioner's office. So that's the story as we sit there. Yankees. I knew the pressure was going to get to Juan Soto. So heading into the weekend, I mean, the Mets are hanging tough. The Mets have had a bit of a surprise start to the season. I still don't think they have enough pitching. Juan Soto's batting average at one point on Friday was down to 224. So he was asked about slow start, Citi Field, Juan Soto pulls this out of the air. Well, I don't have Aaron Judge hitting behind me in the batting order. He's copping out for his 224 batting average. What an insult, because who's he got hitting behind him? Pete Alonso, who, by the way, was hitting 436 on the weekend.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He's killing it. Here's Soto copping a plea. I don't have Aaron Judge. How does that make Pete Alonso feel? What absolute stupid thing to say.
Soto.
Yeah. White Sox, it just continues to get worse and worse. Now they lose Martin Perez. Martin Perez is out, going to do an MRI. He's injured his forearm. The ex-Padre, ex-Texas Ranger, he was off to a good start. He was about the only legitimacy they had in their rotation. Had a 1.36 ERA. It looks like he's going to be gone indefinitely. That's not a good look. How about the Cubs, Arizona? Did you hear about this game over the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Arizona scores 10 runs on the top of the eighth inning of a game against the Cubs. Cubs come back and score 6 in the bottom of the eighth inning and win the game, 13-11. They scored 16 runs in one inning, modern-day baseball record. Cubs in Arizona. Orioles, boy, are they angry at Mike Elias, that general manager. And here's the Orioles yesterday at home at Camden Yards on Easter Sunday. The Orioles got beat. You didn't look at the box score, did you? Orioles got beat by the Cincinnati Reds 24-2 at home. Their pitching staff is just in tatters. And Mike Elias has just taken an enormous amount of heat and got all these good young everyday guys in their lineup. And in Minnesota, bad start to the season, did zero in the offseason in terms of player acquisitions. They drew an all-time low to Target Field on Easter weekend, 10,600 for a home game. All-time low in a shiny new stadium. That's a vote of no confidence towards the Pohlad family. They've got that thing so screwed up in the Twin Cities, and that's really sad. So, baseball notes. You want to talk about the commissioner at the White House, what the White House said, what the commissioner's response is? Feel free. You have an explanation? You give me an excuse about Juan Soto not having any support in the batting order? Geez, what a cop-out. Go ahead, John.
This is what we saw of Juan Soto here in San Diego. You know, the guy he's not a team player at all. You know, and there was another incident where, like, you know, there was a walk-off and, you know, he wasn't there to congratulate his players and his teammates.
Mr. Me, Myself, and I.
Exactly. And that's a perfect line for him. And I was going to say, well, New York fans are kind of getting a dose of Soto, but they got a dose of him with the Yankees. But this is part of the reason why I think Padre fans are happy to see him gone. And, you know, we can debate the pros and cons of all the different deals to get Soto and send Soto away. The Trump thing is funny because he's like Mr. Rule of Law. And he's bullying Manfred to let Pete Rose off. I mean, it's just comical, but everything about that. But it fits the character of our president. But, you know, these two blowout games, when you first mentioned the Cubs-Diamondbacks game, I was thinking of that Orioles-Reds 24-2, and I got those two mixed up. It's crazy.
16 runs in one inning.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have gone for 3 beers at the refreshment stand, and it'd still be in the 8th inning playing. That was amazing. And Cincinnati, The Orioles used an outfielder and a shortstop in the 8th and 9th innings of that game, and it got worse and worse and worse. And the bottom, I think I read this morning, the bottom two guys in the Reds' batting order between them had 13 hits. It's just amazing.
That is incredible.
24-2. Holy cow!
And by the way, with the Twins, their stadium is outdoors.
Yeah.
So
Field.
was it cold or people are not showing up because they don't support the product? I mean, the Twins are frequently in the playoffs. So what's the deal?
Not statement A, one bad weather. Statement B, bad team.
Okay.
And it's only April. I'm not sure who's pissed off more. Pirate fan in Pittsburgh at ownership or Minnesota fans voted no confidence towards the Pohlad family. You're a baseball fan. Your response, Manfred versus Trump and the White House and Pete Rose. Feel free, jump on board.